this video, I'm going to talk to you guys about the small, attainable changes that I'm making in the year 2021 as a first-time mom. But before I get into all the details, transformation starting in 3, 2, 1. Hi guys, I'm back. Several hours later. A lot of stuff happened in between, but now Ezzy is sleeping. Hubby is also sleeping. However, because I want to get this out for you guys, I am awake and I'm about to do this part of the video. So let's go. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you guys about what changes I'll be making in the year 2021 as a first-time mama, how I'm going to approach each day and what my mindset about each day is going to be. And I'll also go into my goal behind changing these seemingly minor things into my daily routine. So as you know, by the time this video goes up, either January we will be already done or is about to be done, but that would also mean that I've already started implementing these steps into my daily life to make some changes. Alright, so before we go any further though, at the beginning of the year, every time I hear the word resolution, what is your resolution? Do you have a resolution? Just zip it. It kind of felt like it's just a thing to do or to say at the beginning of the year without no particular action attached to it. For the most part, it might seem simple, but I decided to go ahead and just type, resolution definition. One definition for it is a firm decision to do or not to do something. Once I read that, I realized that the part that I was not liking is the fact that there was no consistent follow through for the things that was said after that honeymoon phase of what's your resolution, what are you gonna do, all of that stuff. That phase kind of fades away after January. And I'm gonna talk for me. I don't say it out loud always. Even last year when I said, okay, this is what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna mention the word resolution, but this is what I'm gonna do this year. And there was a little bit of momentum and then it's fell off the wagon. Yeah, I think my dislike for what I thought the word resolution was really about the action not taken. But anyways, I wanted to mention that. Okay, moving on. I titled it as appearance on my note here, but when I say appearance, I don't mean like a drastic change. Being a mom, and especially a first-time mom at that, my priorities were focused basically on my son and making sure that everything is right and whatever else, like navigating the house, also being a wife to my husband, all these things that comes with motherhood. I kind of forgot myself in a way, I would say. You pass by the mirror and sometimes you're like, is that you? Wow. What happened? For the most part, what happened? But it's a huge, I guess, adjustment. There's a learning curve that needs to be done, especially for the first year, which I'm not all the way through in this hood called motherhood. Kind of becoming serious. I don't know. I'm slightly feeling a tiny sensation of emotions. But anyways, I wouldn't say forgot, but I didn't put myself as a priority basically, and it kind of got reflected on the outside, on the surface. So, and I'll show you guys a raw example of these things that I'm talking about right before I started shooting this video. I'm presenting everything as is. Anyways, I mentioned appearance. I know it might sound it's a little bit on a superficial level, but at the same time I feel like sometimes what you feel on the inside or what's going on in your home is kind of reflected, on the exterior part of things. Let me tell you what my mom said to me the other day. I just remembered it. She saw me on a video call, and first of all, she was not happy to see me. Anyways, I think she said something like, your body is a temple. She's basically saying that you don't leave a temple looking like that. So I should make an effort. I should say I want to put an effort into how I look every day, or as much as possible. Every day might be a lot of pressure, I would say. Alright, so when it comes to appearance, just to kind of summarize it, the things that I want to focus on is definitely skincare, my clothing. Yes, we're in the middle of a pandemic, but you know, just put some kind of effort. Be intentional about it a little bit, you know? Not just for me. Like, I have to think about my husband as well, you know what I mean? Like, why should he see? Like, let me be the brighter side of his day. Not like with pressure attached to it, but just the little effort that I put in. I'm sure he would, it'll be nice for him to see. Hubby just took Ezzy out so I can get some time for me, which I'm very grateful for. So I'm gonna use this time and relax as I take care of myself to revamp. The next thing that I really want to tackle on is decluttering most part of the house, I would say. So as an example, this is my workstation. So whenever I'm working in this area, my aim is to keep it very minimal and just very refreshing, inviting workspace that contains just the essential items that I'm gonna need very often. I would say everyday type of thing. So I'm getting there. I'm gonna work my way slowly. I'm not gonna stress myself out and try to tackle a whole bunch of stuff all at once and then just kind of quit, because that hasn't worked in the past and I'm not about to repeat the same process. You know what I mean? When it comes to action steps, one of the main reasons that I said to declutter, other than trying to keep things as minimal as possible, our baby could be on the move at any point of time from now, so I need to make sure that it's a baby friendly house all over. I have, for the most part, when it comes to his own room, but I need to make sure that the rest of the area is also baby friendly, just so I can create as much of a yes space as possible. That would save me a lot of headache as well for me. The other thing that I want to declutter is also my phone. Delete some pictures and apps that serve me no longer. I take a whole bunch of pictures, especially with having baby around. It's just everything that he does is amazing to me. Everything he does is just, oh my gosh, click, 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 and video and all that stuff. So they could be a whole bunch of pictures of the same thing. So as much as it's hard to delete my precious baby's pictures, when it's the same picture that comes consecutively, you gotta eliminate some. Moving on to the last, but I would say the most important thing that I want to start implementing is having intentional and consistent devotional time, or I would say prayer time / worship time, just for myself to understand and read the Bible in a different way, and just to actually get it, to really understand it for myself. Whenever I take a moment to do that in my day, it makes such a difference. I definitely want to implement that, especially in the morning. Like, I want to section off a time and have, like, I have a corner, but I want to make time, intentional time for God too. The benefit is more for me, but I want to make time, so that way my day will start on the best note it could ever be on. My day is a whole lot different. My mood is a whole lot different whenever I do that. I just function better as a human, as a mama, as a wife, for myself. My thoughts, everything functions different. So I want to start doing that on a more consistent basis. Those are my 3 points. Did I put out 5 fingers? I meant to say 3. So those are my 3 points that I wanted to share with you guys, but I did go a little bit more in depth than I thought I would. I wanted to share what my mindset is going to be going into each day, so that way it would be a lot more approachable. All the stuff that I mentioned may seem so mundane for some of you. These are some things that I'm trying to implement into my everyday, and I absolutely think they will make a lot of difference and bring in a lot of efficiency and focus and a lot of good habits into my life and my day. So, and I forgot what I was gonna say. That's the truth. Okay, yes. And I rise up. So my mindset going into each day is gonna be, I'm gonna start little by little. I'm not gonna focus on doing everything all at once like I've mentioned a couple times prior. I'm gonna approach it from a simpler point of view, so that way it will be a lot more doable in a long-term sense. So for example, from all the things that I've mentioned that I want to start to do when it comes to decluttering, let's say for one day I might focus just on this section of the desk, or if I make more time, then I can kind of like do the whole area of the desk, you know what I mean? Just basically sectioning off and tackling the task versus deep dive, and then it feels overwhelming so I don't get to complete it. I heard that focus is about elimination, and that would work as simple as making the work area as simple as possible. That way I'm focused on my task. Like I said, these are little things, but over time it could apply to different areas of life. So if I implement these things right, or I should say when I implement these things right, then it would help me build a healthy lifelong habits, which is the goal. I also don't want to fall a victim to letting go of myself. You know, when you become a mom, I'm the closest thing that they see every day. So I definitely want to be an inspiration for my kiddos, and I want them to be proud. You know, wow, look at my mom's style. And look how she carried herself. All these things. I want them to be proud, just from a visual aspect of things. But obviously, what I care more is about the inside things that we want to instill in them. So anyways, that is all for this video. It might have been a little bit more lengthy, but I hope it was helpful. More than just reminding you, I hope it gets you to get to the action part, and to take it one day at a time. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We love you. We'll be back with another video.